I bet she won't know what I went for. I went today.
Kaden.
Kaden.
Lily.
Lily. All right.
And Lakia.
What?
And Lakia.
I bet. So boom. So I got 5 questions for y'all. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, boom. So check it. So, any nigga, what is the worst thing that y'all hate?
Wait, say that again.
Any nigga, what is the worst thing that y'all hate?
Nigga, what's the worst thing you hate?
Being a fucking broke ass nigga. Wait, y'all heard that? When he broke, when he started, when he got a haircut.
A liar. I don't like a cheater. You can't be honest.
No haircut.
And you broke. It's
broke.
not gonna work.
You ain't got no money. Don't know how to dress. And you don't know how to be honest or keep it a buck. Like, fuck is you lying for? Fuck.
I bet.
I don't like niggas in general.
You
Alright.
ain't want. Yeah, I don't like niggas. So I like girls. So
Oh, my big folks.
you like what?
I bet. So boom. The other question is. So the other question is, what is the worst thing that happened to y'all while y'all was getting flipped? Like, what is the worst thing that happened?
Oh, baby.
I don't get flipped.
All right.
She don't get this cookie works, so I don't get flipped.
I bet. 2 more questions. Y'all ready?
What?
I bet. So boom. And I bet I got this. How y'all spell top?
T-O-P.
How you spell it? Spell it a bit 2 times.
T-O-P.
All right. What you do at a green light?
Stop.
What?
You stop.
You stop at a green light?
Oh, you said red.
No. All right. Big one. I said green light. All right, big folks. I said green light. All right, big folks. I said green light. You feel? But what y'all like? Oh, folks. I said green light. I said green light. All right, would y'all like shout out your Instagram, TikTok, or anything?
My Instagram is unknown._Kaden CAYDIENN.
I bet.
3 exclusive _ Lily _.
I bet. Could y'all subscribe to my YouTube?
Yeah, what is it?
It is KTCDAT. You ready? You got the flash on? You ready? I bet. You boy know what I went for with today?
I'm Molly.
Molly, I bet. Pop the Molly, I'm sweating. I bet. So boom. Can you do a 360 or no for the YouTube? I bet. All right, boom. So the other question, I got 5 questions. You ready? I bet. What is the craziest thing that happened to you while you was getting flipped?
While I was getting fucked?
Yeah.
Probably the first time I squirted.
Oh Lord. So the other question is, do you mind if I grab it for my subscribers or no?
No, you can't grab me.
I bet. So the other question is, what is your favorite top 3 position?
Top 3?
Yeah.
I like to ride on my feet, not my knees. I like to ride faces like 69.
I like you riding the stick. Okay.
From the back.
All right, from the back. All right, bet. So the other question is, what is your biggest weirdest turn on? Like, what is something that turns you on, but it's weird as hell?
Sleeping with females in front of my partner.
All right, last question is, what grade is your ass in? Is that bitch in 10th grade? Is that bitch graduated? What's that shit in? You feel?
This is very much so graduated.
Okay.
I done been out for a minute.
All right, bet. Would you like shout out your Instagram or anything?
No, I don't want no shout outs.
All right, bet. All right, bet. You wanna know what I went for one today?
Maya.
All right, bet. So boom. So I got 5 questions for you. Ready? All right, but before we start, can the subscribers get 360 or no?
Okay.
All right, bet. My Lord, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10 on my big folks. So the other question is, I got 5 questions. All right, so boom. Do you like giving or receiving?
Giving.
All right, on my big folks. When you like to vacuum, what you like to do? Would you like to do it with no hand, blow bubbles? Like what you do?
Everything.
Ooh, Lord. All right, so the other question, I got 3 more questions. So the other question is, do you mind if I grab it from my subscribers or no?
No, you can't grab my ass. No.
Oh, womp womp. All right, so the other question is, I got 3 more questions. You ready? I bet. So boom. Can you name your top 5 favorite positions?
I don't have 5.
Oh, you got 3?
I don't have 3. I only got 1.
What is it?
The side.
All right. Last question is, what is the best thing that happened to you while you was getting flipped?
I know that.
All right, bet. Would you like to shout out your TikTok, Instagram, anything?
My Instagram, Maida Bar. My TikTok, Maida One. And yeah.
I bet. Thank you, Chad. I bet. I bet. She boy know when I work from my work today.
What you say?
She boy know when I work from my work today.
Hold on, I'm drunk. I'm drunk. I'm drunk.
Does your boy know when I work from my work today?
Where I'm from?
No, what is your name?
Shamaria.
Shamaria. Alright, bet. So boom. So I got 5 questions for you. Ready? I bet. But before we start, can the subscribers get 360?
360?
Yeah.
Nah.
I bet. So boom. So where is the craziest place you got flipped at?
Where the crazy place I got flipped at?
Yeah.
Like twisted tossed?
Yeah, like a Krabby Patty.
I say the balcony.
I bet. So the other question is, what do you like giving or receiving?
Receiving.
All right, she looking for a eater. All my big folks. So three more questions. You ready? I bet. What is the worst thing that happened to you while you was getting flipped? You know, he was just eating out.
The worst thing that happened, like it really ain't that too crazy. Like everything be going perfect. Like it don't be that too crazy.
I bet. Could you name two more? Can you name your top three favorite positions?
My top three
Yeah,
favorite:
yeah.
bat, missionary, side. In the
All
morning.
right. I bet. Last question is, could you guess my size?
What you mean?
Like, you think I'm a 1, a 5, a 6, a 6, 7? What you think?
I said five.
I bet. Would you like to shout out your Instagram, TikTok, or anything?
Yeah, my Instagram is Say Lamar.
That's it.
Yep.
I bet.